Well, guys, it's been a long time, but I'm back to my Madden NFL 2009 PSP series. As it's been, I think it was back in July when I did the 2028 season. Now it's time for the 2029 season Super Bowl, as I just simulated the season last night. So now let's get into it. But of course, before we get to the Super Bowl, we need to take a look at the current stand. So in the AFC North, the Bengals exploded out of here with a very good season. I think their best season in the series, as they looked really dominated, 13-3, and even got home field advantage in the AFC side. The Steelers managed to turn it around after going 7-9 last year, as they went 10-6 and just snuck into the playoffs. The Browns had a disappointing year as they went 6-10, and the Ravens, after a rough. Actually, no, they had a quick start to the year. They were like 4-4, I believe, or something like that. But yeah, you see, they lost their final 8 to finish the year at 4-12. They looked good to start the year when the division was struggling, but they just couldn't win it out in the end. One game improvement from last year. In the AFC South, the Texans got lucky. They managed to pull off a stunning division victory as they went 10-6 and won the division despite losing their final 2 games. And the Titans, they made it to the AFC Championship last year. This year, they had a tough start to the year because they had injuries with their quarterback, and they had a very slow start to the year, but they managed to turn it around. Unfortunately for them, it was not enough to win the division, but it was enough to get into the playoffs, even though statistically, as you see, they did play better than the Texans. The Jaguars, out of nowhere, had a really good season. Started off really good when the the Titans struggled, but the momentum couldn't keep up for long as they went 9-7, not enough to make the playoffs. And the Colts, oh God, when their quarterback went down, they went down hard. You see, they had a terrible offense, a terrible defense. It was just a bad team as they went 4-12, which was very surprising. In the AFC East, the Patriots struggled most of the year, but they played very good. They went 10-6, which was enough to get first round bye, as the Bills went 10-6 surprisingly, but it was not enough to get in the playoffs based upon the tiebreaker, unfortunately for them, as the Jets struggled to finish 6-10, and the Dolphins actually played not that bad. Look at their stats for a 4-12 team, because they were competitive the first part of the year, but just like the Ravens, they lost out. They lost 6 in a row. And then in the AFC West, oh my God, the Chiefs stunned us. Early in the year, they were 2-7. They were supposed to be doing good this year, but they had a terrible start to the year. But then all of a sudden, they exploded out of nowhere and won their final 7 games to go 9-7 and make the playoffs for the first time since, I believe, like 2020 or something. It's been a long time since the Chiefs made the playoffs, and here they go. They finally got back in and win the division. The Raiders, the Super Bowl runner-up, had injuries to start the year, so they had a very slow start. They led the division for a while at one point. Like, I think they were like 8-4. Well, no, they can't be 8-4. Maybe more like 7-4. But after that, the injuries and the momentum just lost as they went 1-4 to remain way to miss the playoffs at 8-8. Broncos struggled to go 5-11, and same goes for the Chargers. They both had terrible years. Then in the NFC North, the Vikings, although they didn't play look really good, when you look at their stats, they did just enough to go 12-4 and get into the playoffs as the division winner. The Packers, oh my God, they started up the year, I think it was 9-2, and looked like they were going to win the division easily and maybe make it far into the playoffs. But then their quarterback went down for the year, and that 9-2 start finished 11-5, which was just enough to make it to the playoffs. The Lions played very well for a 5-11 team, and the Bears struggled as they finished 4-12. The NFC South, as the Falcons looked really good as they went 13-3 and clinched the NFC South and got home field advantage. The Saints played very good all year, but they missed the playoffs on a tiebreaker where if they won the first week of the year, they would have gotten in. And the Buccaneers mostly struggled all year as they just managed to stay around 500 for most of the year to finish 9-7. And the Panthers struggled once again as they finished 4-12 on a 3-game losing streak. And then the NFC East, the Cowboys, with one of the best defenses in the league, themselves also exploded out to an impressive season, 13-3, enough to get first round bye, which they badly need after all these years of struggle. The Eagles, after struggling last year, not making the playoffs, they managed to get in on the tiebreaker. They had to beat the Saints the final week of the year to get in as the final spot by a tiebreaker. If they didn't beat the Saints would have gotten in instead. but the Eagles managed to get in. The Redskins, unfortunately, had quarterback problems early in the year when he went down for injury, so they got off to a slow start. They managed to turn it around, but they lost all the momentum as they finished 8-8, unfortunately for them. And the Giants had a slow start to the year, but they managed to stay mostly 500 near the end of the year. I think it said they went 1-2 in a row to wrap up the year. So they didn't play too bad. Maybe they can play better next year and get back into the playoffs. And then the NFC West, the defending champion Seahawks had a very good year as they went 13-3. Although they had a little bit of a struggle at the beginning, as the Cardinals had a really good start to the year, but they lost it as they went 6-10. The 49ers had an even better start to the year. Hell, they were 6-6. You see, not that far off from the Seahawks at one point. But then they lost out to finish 6-10. And oh god, the Rams. They went 11-5 last year, and then they collapsed to 2-14 this year when their quarterback was lost for the entire season and week 1, and they just never recovered as they went 2-14. So sad for them, as I think that's the worst record in the league. So in the AFC it was number 1 Bengals, number 2 Patriots, number 3 Texans, number 4 Chiefs, number 5 Steelers, number 6 Titans. And the NFC, number 1 Falcons, number 2 Cowboys, number 3 Seahawks, number 4 Vikings, number 5 Packers, number 6 Eagles. Alright, so in the wild card, the Texans managed to hold on to the better Titans in a surprise upset to win it. The Seahawks held on to beat the Eagles, and the Chiefs kept their momentum going as they beat the Steelers to get their first win in a long time. And the Vikings held off the starting quarterbackless Packers in overtime to get the win. That was impressive. Then the divisional round, the Bengals held on to beat the Chiefs and stop their winning streak. The Falcons held on to beat the Vikings in overtime. That was crazy. And the Texans, when the Patriots quarterback went down like in the final week of the year, they were pretty much done for. So the Texans destroyed them easily, went up 21-3 early in the second quarter. They just never looked back. And the Cowboys held on to dethrone the Seahawks. And then we went to the NFC Championship as the Cowboys, although their defense allowed 31 points, it was still enough for them to get the win to make it to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1995. Meanwhile, the Texans shut out the Bengals to make it to the Super Bowl for the first time ever. Even though, sadly, the Bengals were a better team, and I wanted them to win, but unfortunately, remember, I can't play the Bengals for some reason because the game glitches out. Same goes for the Bears. So as much as I hated to do it, I had to force the Texans to win this one. Otherwise, I would not be able to play Super Bowl. And I didn't like it because unlike the Bears earlier, where they were just not a good team compared to the Eagles I think they had to play. The Bengals were the better team this time around, but they had to miss out on the Super Bowl by unfortunate circumstances for their 20th anniversary after they beat the Eagles to get in 2009, which sucks. So it's come down to this. An all-Texas Super Bowl. The surprising Texans going up against the Cowboys. So what will it be for the 2029 Super Bowl? Will it be the Texans winning their first Super Bowl in their franchise's history after 27 years? Or will it be the Cowboys getting their first Super Bowl in 34 years? No, I hit the wrong one. And I already know this is in New Orleans, because I did a test earlier where I had the Bengals win to see if I could play them. That's when I found out, nope, still can't play them. And the Texans are the home team this year, so no. Why won't let me change their uniform? Oh, that's right. Let me do this alternate for right now. Dude, it won't let me change the Texans uniforms. I guess they're gonna try and force the Cowboys to wear their home uniforms to give them like bad luck. Since that's why the Cowboys, if any of you don't know, they don't like wearing their home uniforms. They always wear their away uniforms because it's considered bad luck. Like they lose more games when they wear it. So that's why they like to wear their away uniforms instead all the time. There we go. Now they're wearing their home uniforms like they're supposed to be. And the Texans are going to receive to start off. Alright, down in the Superdome. Let's see who is going to win this Super Bowl. All Texas matchup. The Cowboys or the Texans? Either way, A team in Texas is going to get a title. Alright. Let's see how the Texans have done. They were really good all in the playoffs, especially the last 2 games against the Patriots and Bengals. Let's see how they do against the #1 defense in the league, as they already torched it for almost a first down on the run. Alright, 2nd and inches. Roll it out, forced to throw, and caught still. Almost near midfield. Alright, Texans off to a good start. Almost made a first down on the run, and then a big pass for a big gain as they're near midfield now. Going to Palmer. Up. And I didn't throw it hard. I threw it nice and soft too because I knew it wasn't going to be enough. Alright, so the Cowboys defense kind of got lucky there. Alright, slants. One of my favorites. Kennedy. And he got it as they converted the first downs. They're now in Cowboys territory. Alright, Texans off to a nice start for their first Super Bowl appearance. But can they keep that momentum up? We've seen teams start great but still don't win the Super Bowl in this series. Teague, open, got it! But not really much, just 3 yards. Alright, so it's 2nd and 7 now. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. They've only ran 1 time, and they gained 9 yards. So let's see what happens this time. And wow, just 1 yard. Alright, here we go. 3rd and 6. And remember, this is not field goal range because you got them get within 20 yards to even come close to a field goal. So they're going to have to punt if they don't get it here. Kennedy, it's a risky throw. And he caught it still. No idea how, but the Texans are now at the goal line. 1st and goal. Alright. So now, here we go in. Could the Texans stomp it in? And there they got the open, and there they go. Touchdown Texans as they scored first in the Super Bowl. Wow, that Cowboys defense, the best defense in the league, just got roll stomped on that drive. Man, they just torched them. Not a good sign right there for them. And I mean, the Texans just crushed. I mean, they beat the better teams in the Patriots, Bengals, and Titans in the playoffs. And the Cowboys might be... Well, actually, no, maybe the Bengals might be a tougher one because the Bengals had a better defense. I mean, a better offense. That compensated for not as good defense as the Cowboys had. Alright, so let's see what the Cowboys can do. Ooh, that was a hard hit. Alright, so they had to put up 36 points to beat the Falcons, and now they're off with a deficit. As we'll see how they do here. Barney, as gonna go. Green open for the moment and almost picked off. Open for the moment, but got almost picked it off. Not a good sign for the Cowboys for that one. And that went nowhere as they lost the yard. And then an injury to top it off too. Ouch. Not a good start for the Cowboys when you gain nothing, lose yards, and now one player got injured. This is crucial. 3rd and 11. And here we go. Oh, out of reach. Oh, probably threw it too hard as well. And of course, I forgot to switch over to the Texans in time, so now I got to do a stupid punt. Wow, the Texans' defense. That was very impressive. And of course, can't punt for shit on this game. Oh, they fumbled it though! And they recovered it though. Oh my! A user forced fumble. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought I was going to probably miss a tackle. Oh, and a penalty! Alright, the Texans still got it. But now, unfortunately, because that face mask penalty, most likely from that forced fumble, now the Texans are starting at the midfield. So, youch for the Cowboys. Not good. And there we go. Didn't gain anything right there. So, yeah, the Cowboys not off to a good start. No yards, did you see? Literally no yards. And get around, but lost yards right there. Could not find an opening. Now there was the Cowboys defense that needed to show up earlier. Alright, at least Bruce Harris will return. I do not like this play. I don't like that play either. There we go. My beautiful slants from my Viking series from 2018. Foster, he's open, but he's out of... he was out of bounds, though. So the Cowboys got a needed stop right there. After a terrible first drive, and then the penalty, they managed to get a stop and make them lose yards overall. Now their offense needs to get something going this time. And that'll be a touchback. Alright, so the Cowboys could not get literally nothing going in that first drive. Hopefully for them they can get something going this time. Risky throw. And it's going to get almost picked off. It should have been. As damn, like no one was open. God, no one was open as he almost avoided a sack too, I think. 2nd and 10. As that run went nowhere again. The Cowboys cannot get anything going so far. They have negative yards. Damn. Looks like the last play of the first quarter as their offense is so bad so far in this game. Mack wide. He's going to be double covered though. And he deflected and incomplete. Well, 1 second left. Damn, the Cowboys offense is so bad so far. This is the Cowboys offense that put up 36 points, and here they are. They can't even get a yard. They have negative yards so far in this game. As the Texans defense is swarming hard. Are you sure are you sure the Cowboys defense is on the right team? Like, goodness God, they're not playing good at all. Took a big hit right there. Alright, the first quarter is over. As the Texans lead the Cowboys 7-0. Alright, let's see if the Texans can just let that last drive, let's just put it behind us and get back to it. That was just not a good drive. Gonna go, and I got sacked. I tried to throw it to Teague, who was open way down there, but got sacked beforehand. Wow, so far now, this game has been a slugfest as neither team has gained yards. Look at the Cowboys. They have -2 yards total. Like, no one can get anything going so far. As no one is open. Gonna go, and I got sacked again! Again, trying to go to Teague, and still got sacked. Coleman got injured. Oh no, now the Texans quarterback is injured. As look at these yards totals. The Texans have lost almost 20 yards since that first drive. Going for Foster, whatever his name is. And incomplete. As both teams have lost yards on 3 straight drives. And with the Texans now being injured, what's going to happen to him now? You better hope Coleman comes back, because that was a sweet drive they have here. But right now, this is nothing. This is an ugly game so far. Neither offense can do anything. 4 straight drives of no gained yards. Oh, that could have gone the distance if you managed to get through there. Alright, now the Cowboys are in a good position near midfield. Now, can they actually gain some literal yards instead of being negative? And once again, lost more yards, and they lost another yard as the Texans suffer another injury. Like, geez, they just can't get anything going. No! Coleman's out for the game! No! Coleman is out for the game! So now the Texans are going to have to rely on their backup just like the Rams did in 2008. Oh, that sucks for them. Mack, he's open, and they got it! The first big game for the Cowboys in this game, as they got to the 2-minute warning. How about that? The Cowboys finally gained some yards in this game. Took them long enough. They cannot blow this opportunity with Coleman out for the rest of the game. Green, he's open, and he got good coverage. Wide open, but got quickly covered up. Alright, so it's 2nd and 10 now. Mack, he's open again and caught it! Alright, in the red zone. As now the Cowboys passing game is finally showing up. Maybe they have a chance to tie it. And so far, this is looking like a low-scoring Super Bowl, but we've had low-scored Super Bowls in this series become high-scored once later, and it was deflected. He had it, but it got deflected. If it wasn't deflected, he would have caught it. Alright, so 2nd 10. Ouch! Nothing like having a season-ending injury on the final game of the year. Ouch! Unless you were playing in a Pro Bowl, maybe. Mack! Oh, that's not who I threw to, but still made the catch, but only gained, what, 2 yards? Alright. So it's 3rd and 8 now. Cowboys need to get something, as they still can't run for shit. And they're going to try and run for it, and got the first down, and almost got to the goal line. So they finally gained some rushing yards out of their quarterback. And got the first down too, which was needed. Goal line stance looks like, and right there, and there we go! The Cowboys finally score! 1 point away from tying it up. Alright, the Cowboys offense finally showed up in this game, as they 1 extra point away from tying it. So, here we go, it's up, and it's good. So, 1:08 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Game's now tied at 7. Now the pressure's back on the Texans, who after that incredible drive have had lost yards ever since, and now their quarterback's out for the game. So now they're going to have to win the Super Bowl on their backup. That is not looking good. Oh! Oh, there we go! Oh! Oh, close. Like I said, kickoff returns and punt returns are very easy in this game compared to other games. When I did this game from the 2008 and 10 season where I'd play each game, I literally would have at least 1 kickoff return each week. It was that common. So let's see how their backup quarterback does. Teague is open, caught it. Alright, I think this is the, no, it's not the audible. I need to remember how to spike it. But right now, they still got all 3 of their timeouts, I think, so they're still good. Teague, open, and going to run out of bounds, just short of the first down. But at least stop the clock. Alright. So let's see on 2nd inches. But I got picked off! I didn't even throw it high! I didn't even throw it hard. I threw it soft so maybe get enough air over it. And the Cowboys defense showed up as they forced an interception. Now with 41 seconds remaining and with the ball to start the 2nd half, now could the Cowboys get the momentum? Maybe that first drive that they allowed was just a blip on the radar. No one's open. Forced to throw. And caught! Somehow got caught! And the Texans, of all teams, were forced to use a timeout. Even though I pressed the timeout at the same time, but the Texans were forced to take it. Ouch! So the Cowboys still have all 3 of their timeouts. Now can they run it? And they cannot run it still. Lost the yard. And now they're forced to use their timeout. The only time they were able to run it successfully in this game was the quarterback running it. Their running backs have negative yards, I think, still. Hill going for it, and he got it! And the Cowboys take the first lead of the game. Point off a turnover. Unfortunate for the Texans, as the Texans really do not have any momentum right now. Literally everything has gone wrong for them ever since that first drive. Man, who would have thought after that drive the Cowboys would be roll stomping right now after a slow start? So 24 seconds remaining. And remember, I stayed as the Cowboys because usually when the AI kicks it off with this little time left, they usually squib it, and that makes it an easy touchdown for the opponent. That happened a lot for my series when I first played. So I always play as the kickoff team when there's this little much time left, just to make sure they don't do something really stupid. Because I literally had a game in 2008 where the Titans were at the Ravens. The Ravens were tied at 49, I think it was. And with 8 seconds left, they squibbed it. Titans got it, and they went all the way back for the game-winning touchdown on the final play. So yeah, that happens. So I had to make sure the AI doesn't do that something stupid to screw over the Cowboys. Alright, now the Texans with just 23 seconds left. 2 timeouts. Could they at least get something out of this? No, I wanted to switch plays, damn it. Well, gain, but that went only 1 yard. That was wasteful. 4 seconds for just like 1 or 2 yards. No. Let's go for it. Let's at least try and get into some sort of field goal range. We're going to do it with my standard play action play that has a high risk. And I'm going to get sacked though! Got sacked, and now the Cowboys use one of their timeouts. I guess they're trying to get greedy now too. But they're still going to go with that play action play because it works very well. If that one player can just grab it and the offensive line can just protect. And caught it, but nothing. And now the Cowboys are going to use their final timeout now. So, 12 seconds left. So let's see. What will the Cowboys get lucky enough and get something out of this? That's the question. With just 12 seconds left, they have no timeouts either, too. So they better get like very lucky and gain nothing out of it. All right, so they have 5 seconds left. No. The Cowboys can't run it, as we saw earlier. They can't run it unless it's their quarterback. Let's try and pass it deep and maybe get in a touchdown situation on one try. Because either way, the Cowboys are going to get the ball to start the second half, so why not take a risk? Here we go. And sacked! There's still time left, but they have no timeouts, though, so they're not going to be able to stop it, though. As we had like 3 straight sacks, and there we go. The first half is over as the Cowboys dominate the Texans 14-7 after this terrible first drive they allowed, as the Texans just can't get anything going. Look at that. They had 74 yards of offense, I believe, wasn't there? No, it was, I think, 79 total yards. Now they have just 79 for their, 91 yards ever since. They lost yards at one point, remember? And then the Cowboys had negative yards at one point. Now all of a sudden they had 100 yards total. So it's still a defensive game. Now can the Cowboys running game get something going? They still have like pretty much negative yards probably total. Oh, a big block right there. Just what the Cowboys did for a big gain. All those 2 defensive players got yanked down for a huge hole right there. That was the biggest run, I believe, for the Cowboys this game. A 17-yard gain. Hall caught it and just short of the first down. Yeah, the Cowboys offense after the terrible start, now all of a sudden is getting really good. Maybe now their running game is going to be better because now they're leading in terms of running it. Here we go, going to run it and just get a little bit extra for the first down. Alright, so they converted it. Alright, so the Cowboys are going to just keep running it. The pressure's on the Texans now, unfortunately for them. And another, well, there was a hole. Maybe if we cut it back to the other side, maybe we could gain a little bit extra, but just gain 2 yards out of it. Now they're just trolling. They probably shouldn't run more to step a 3rd and long situation. And, oh, hard hit. All right, 3rd and short. But they really probably shouldn't be running it anymore. They still want to run it. They still want to run it. It's working, so I guess why not? Here we go, 3rd and 2, and we'll just get it. And another first down for the Cowboys, and they keep burning off time. They already went through a minute in the 3rd quarter. They're just making it more torturous for the Texans. Open, got it, first down, and oh, If he wasn't at the out-of-bounds marker, he could have made the distance. Alright, big gain as it's now 1st and goal. Texans got lucky that he had to go out of bounds. But now could the Cowboys punch it in again? Oh! The reason why he didn't turn out fast enough because he got blocked by one of his offensive linemen, so he couldn't get through his route in time. Oh man, that sucks. That could have easily maybe gotten in for the touchdown. Or at least close if he caught it. Here we go, 2nd. There we go once again, but this time he's covered. Back! He's open! And got it! Touchdown Cowboys! As the Cowboys continue to rout the Texans. Oh boy! They are just stopping the Texans after that very first drive. As can the Texans recover? Literally nothing's gone right for them in this game ever since that first drive offensively. They can't get anything. As now they're down 21-7. Like, God, that's that first few drives before the quarterback were down. We're like, damn, maybe the Texans could just hold on and still win this defensively because their Cowboys offense couldn't do anything. Now with their quarterback gone, now it's all Cowboys. Oh, nice block. Here we go. Just what the Texans need. Oh, keep the pressure up. To the 20, to the 10. And like I said, kickoff returns are easy in this game. And just like that, the Texans swung it around as now they're within a touchdown of tying it. But you know what? They're going to try it. We're going to try and go for the 2-pointer. We already tried this play twice early. It didn't really work out, but we're still going to stick with it. Here we go, and got it! So the Texans went for the 2-point conversion, and it worked. So now they're only trailing 21-15. Alright, what a comeback. A freaking kickoff return for a touchdown. Saved the game for the Texans so far. It was set up right there to maybe go the distance. It looked like it was going to maybe be like the Ravens-Giants Super Bowl of 2000 where the Giants and Ravens had back-to-back kickoff returns. Oh, it was set up right there for them. Alright, so here we go. See what the Cowboys can do. Green, caught it! Alright, first down out of bounds. And since the Texans went for a 2-point conversion earlier, now the Cowboys are kind of in a situation where they have to do it as well to keep the momentum up. Oh, big hole! But 2 Texans right there. Ooh, taken down hard, but got a big gain right there. And oof, of all the people, it was the defender that got injured where I thought the running back was going to get taken out because he got hit hard. So now, and going to lose yards again. Alright, play action. 2nd and long. Got it! Holmberg! Near the red zone. As he just spiked the ball. Harris made the catch and just got sent out of bounds. 6-yard gain. Alright, so 2nd and 4. Here we go. Oh, that's all! Just got the first down. For a minute there, it looked like it was going to get in position where maybe they could have gone the distance. But they didn't. But it still got the first down nonetheless. Okay, so here we go. Could the Cowboys punch it in to wrap up the 3rd? Mack is open! And there we go! I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of this game. And like I said earlier, because of what the Texans did, now the Cowboys are forced to try and go for the 2-pointer as well. The Texans got, look at that, Mack, 3 touchdowns, only 57 receptions too. Here we go. Wide open, it's picked off! Oh, they got lucky. That was wide open. So the Texans got lucky. Their defense actually showed up as they forced a stop right there. So now with 7 seconds remaining in the third, they still trail the Cowboys 27-15. All right. So now they got lucky with that kickoff return. Could they get it again? And despite saving time, they're going to try it, and that went nowhere, and they lost yards when they could have saved it at better position with more time. All right, here we go. The final play of the third quarter, and the first time the Texans offense actually did something in this quarter, too. This is the literal first time they did anything in this quarter. The only time, too, because of that kickoff return. And forced to throw, and oh my goodness, got nothing out of it. That was the literal one play the Texans had the entire quarter, other than that kickoff return. So the third quarter is over, going to the final 3 minutes with the Cowboys leading the Texans 27-15. Forced to throw, incomplete. Yeah, they were really forced to do that. Like, the Texans just are not getting anything going. That incredible start they had just got crushed. Alright. There's my slant from the Vikings series. Let's see if this works. Foster, get inbounds! There you go! He got it! Just what they needed. A big gain right there. So now they're going no huddle because they're forced to. I think it said they had only 117 total yards in this game. That's insane. Lane, caught it in midfield. There you go. Yep, look at that. Just 117 yards passing this game. That's how bad the Texans have been passing. But right now, their offense is looking solid. Their passing game, their desperation, it's really working out so far for them. Forced to throw, caught it. Oh, if he could have just broke that tackle, he could have gone all the way. All right, another big gain, first down. All the Texans need to do is just, they don't even need to go for a 2-point conversion. They just need to get the 2 touchdowns. And they got an open, caught, right at the goal line now. 4 straight completions for first downs. 2-minute warning, just what the Cowboys need for a little break. Yeah, like I said earlier, a low-scored game at first, but all of a sudden it's exploded. Could we have a memorable finish for this Super Bowl? Kennedy, he's open and he's got it! And for the first time since the first drive of this game, the Texans' offense scored points. Now, maybe they're putting themselves in position to make a comeback, maybe. Yep, they only need, no 2-point conversion needed. Just get the extra point, stop the Cowboys, and then get a touchdown, and you win it. All right, it's up, and it's good. So now the Cowboys lead 27-21 over the Texans with just 1:56 left. Now, as we saw, ever since those first struggles the Cowboys had, their offense has just been unstoppable. They scored 27 unanswered points pretty much. Not straight. All they need to do is just keep running the ball, burn out the time, and they got it. And looks like that's what they're going to go with. Can they keep that pressure up? And yes, they do! 6-yard gain. And the Texans are using their timeout. That was not what the Texans... that's kind of risky. Nah. We're going to run it. Need to make sure the Texans cannot make this comeback. And, ooh, big hit. Lost 2 yards, but the Texans were forced to use their timeout. Now they're kind of in a position where they have to now. They might have to consider it. Here we go. And almost caught from behind! And gonna get the first down! Oh my goodness, just got the first down! Oh my goodness, the Cowboys actually got it! Oh my god, the Texans still got their one timeout. We're going to speed it up. I believe we should have like a minute left since the play clock for some reason doesn't show. We're gonna kick it off. Get the playoff at about a minute 4, since it would be like 40 seconds. As the Texans are still refusing to do their timeout, which I would have done if I was them. All right, here we go. All right, gain 7 yards, and then the Texans use their timeout. All right, they're going to knee it. So now they got to get the play off in 20 seconds. That's what's going to speed it up. Wow. What a comeback the Texans tried to make. And that first play, they looked like, especially then after the Cowboys struggled, it looked like maybe the Texans can get it. But unfortunately for them, their quarterback went down. The Cowboys want to roll. The Texans tried to make a comeback, but apparently for them, sadly, it was just too much for them. Their incredible Cinder Run season for their first Super Bowl title looks like it's going to come to an end as the Cowboys held off the Texans despite their struggles. And there we go. The Cowboys win it 27-22 to clinch their first Super Bowl since 1995, 34 years later, to wrap up the 2020s. What a Super Bowl. If only the Bengals could have played, it would probably have been much better. Yeah, look at that. Cowboys almost got 100 yards more than the Texans. The Texans dominated at first in this game at one point, remember? Then they got crushed. They only got 15 yards rushing. That's how bad it was. Cowboys, it said their one player got like 81 total yards or something like that. So I don't know what changed all of a sudden. But the Cowboys just dominate offensively as Glenn Barney, 13 of 20 at that slow start. Terrible completion, but you know what? 4 touchdowns off 186 yards. As the Texans, Ricky Coleman, he did good at first. He was 4-6, but after that, his backup, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 9 of 13 for 112 yards. The Texans also didn't even get 100 yards, 200 yards either. Both offensive passing days were bad. Yep. Just 4 attempts. 4 attempts that the Texans did. They just couldn't get anything after that. Tiki Mack, I think maybe he should be considered the MVP, but his 5 receptions are low, his 57 yards are low, so I'm sure Glenn Barney would probably get it, since the game didn't. Sometimes the game tells you who won the MVP, and sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, that'll wrap up the series for this episode. Not the series, though. We still got, I think, like 8 more Super Bowls to go. But the Cowboys held on to beat the Texans 27-22 to get their first Super Bowl since 1995, to wrap up the 2020s, as we're going to go into the 2030s next. As I'm still going to try and finish this series by April of next year. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. So see you guys next time for 2030.